Hi, this is Nicholas Bell with Ion Cinema, here to review 7500, the directorial debut of Patrick Vollrath, which premiered at the 2019 Locarno Film Festival out of competition. It will be available to stream via Amazon Prime on June 18th, 2020. It's a very effective, bare-bones thriller that taps into kind of some of our primal cultural fears. Joseph Gordon-Levitt stars as Tobias Ellis, a co-pilot on a flight that is leaving Berlin for Paris, which is overtaken by Islamist terrorists, and then the rest plays out like a procedural of how that would go down. And speaking of procedural, the first 17-18 minutes of the film are just kind of a banter between the pilot and co-pilot and a flight attendant, a young woman played by Aylin Tezel, who happens to be the wife of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who he has a child with. We're made to understand in these opening moments, which is just setting us up for some drama and ethical dilemmas that are going to happen once the other shoe drops. While it does kind of give short shrift to maybe, depending on some stereotypes about the terrorists, although trying to make their cause sympathetic, I think would have been a worse option. Most of this resides on the editing, thanks to Hansjörg Weissbrich, who's worked on Colonia, Exile, 3 Days in Quiberon, who really has cut this together quite effectively. It's very anxiety-inducing, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's role, because we spend most of our time with him. It takes place completely in the cockpit, and all of our glances outside of that realm are from surveillance footage, which opens the film, or on the monitor with which he can see right outside the cockpit and the people that are incessantly trying to get inside. So of course two of the terrorists storm the cockpit when the flight attendant brings the pilots their dinner, and they are able to lock one out and detain the other, although the pilot ends up getting mortally wounded and dies. So the rest of this plays out as in trying to convince Tobias to open the door, which they don't. And of course, other things ensue to pad out the 90-minute running time. While the third act does lose quite a bit of tension as it becomes a game between Joseph Gordon-Levitt and this 18-year-old terrorist who has kind of changed his mind about the mission, played by Omid Memar, who plays Vedat, it still prizes authenticity for the most part of the very human reactions to things that would happen in this kind of a situation. Overall, I thought it was surprisingly enjoyable, and I would give 7500 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from MyOnCinema.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.